why would you meditate? And we have often a lot of stress in our bodies. Life can be stressful and cause us to worry a lot. When our system, our body, our mind, our emotions are very activated, meaning you're feeling a lot of worry, you're feeling a lot of excitement. It might even feel like this, like a shakiness inside, in your mind, in your throat, in your chest, in your belly. When that is in our body, in our system, we are in the fight or flight. We're in the sympathetic system. And when that happens, the blood goes to the extremities. It goes into our arms and our legs. It's getting us ready to run or to fight or to defend. The first instinct of the body is to flee. And this has been documented by studying animals and used to help us understand our own bodies in many bodywork systems. Continuum Movement is one bodywork system that I have studied. It is a movement practice. It is therapeutic movement. It is a practice of meditative movement to help to heal the body in a meditative state, bringing the body from that fight or flight state, the stressful state, the worried state, to a more calmer state, to a more peaceful state, to a more relaxed state, where the breath can move more easily through the entire body without a lot of tension and resistance. When we move into that more rest and settle state, more peaceful state, what happens is the blood moves into our organs and into our brain to help us to calm down. This happens naturally when you're doing something you love, like feeling the sand under your feet and looking out at the ocean. When our blood comes into our organs, we can digest food easier. Our immune system is stronger. Our body can repair. So if you are trying to recover from any kind of illness, chronic disease, chronic pain, if your body is trying to repair and become more healthy and vibrant, being in a very stressful state will increase the body's disintegration, lack of functioning, lack of repair. Being in a rest and settle state, more calm state where the blood is in the organs, helps the body to naturally go into repair mode, the immune system to be stronger. And people often feel more joy. They often feel more vibrancy. They often feel more things like peace and calm, because the hormones are allowing for this. The oxytocin in our system is allowing for this. And one way to switch from the sympathetic to the parasympathetic, or the anxiety to the calm, is through meditation. Now, people often get worried when they hear about meditation because they have trouble sitting still. And meditation can be done where the body is still and the mind in the body is focused on the breathing, or on one point or a mantra. There are also many moving meditations, like walking. When you can take a walk and you can feel the air move past you. You can feel the arms in motion, the torso, the legs. You can notice the texture of your feet as they press on the ground, or your socks in your shoes. Bringing your attention into sensory awareness helps to orient and ground and calm the system, calm the body, calm the nerves, calm the brain. Animals do this by looking around in different directions to check if everything is okay. Where am I in time and space? Oh, I'm right here. And what happens is the body starts to calm. Because you've checked, you've looked around. You've pressed your feet into the ground. You press your hips down into the chair. So continuum movement is one practice of meditation where it uses this wisdom from the animals and uses these practices of breath, body awareness, feeling the weight pressing into the ground, noticing how I am feeling, noticing my skin, allowing for little movements or large movements that come naturally out of the body, natural stretching that the body wants to do, feeling the breath stretch the body and move the body. These are practices that can be used to help go into the calm state, into the meditative state. That is the doorway into feeling the oxytocin, the healing properties of the body, the natural joy that's within every living system. So for the beginning practice of continuum, I would start to notice my feet on the ground. If I'm sitting, laying down, or standing, I can practice this. I can practice noticing the pressure of my feet. If I'm laying down, I can notice the head on the ground. I can notice if I'm holding myself up away from the floor, or if I'm letting myself rest and receive the support of the floor or the chair. I can start to notice where my breath is in my body. Do I just notice it in my nose, my throat, my chest, my belly, or in every cell? And whatever you notice is fine, but it's a practice of noticing, being with what is right now. And we do that practice at the start of continuum and at the end of a continuum practice, so that we can notice if there's any difference, similarities, shifts. Notice how the breath is. I can also feel the weight in my body pressing down, the heaviness. And I open my attention to feel anything else, sensations, energy, movement, other feelings in my body, noticing mind, noticing emotions. And I might use a breath, exhaling very slowly and calmly through the nose. Feeling the length of that breath through the nose. My body has a natural movement that's already happening as I'm concentrating on my breath. I notice my spine lengthened. I'm allowing it to happen. I'm not telling it what to do with my brain. I'm just feeling the breath and my chin lift. I notice the start of a curve in my back right now. I'm going to allow my back to curve. I'm going to go ahead and allow it to affect my head and let my head go towards the floor. Now I could judge this and say, oh, I'm hunching over. I better sit straight and tall and meditate. And you can practice like that. You can also practice receiving the movement that comes out of breathing as a meditative practice. So as I exhale, I've noticed my body is sinking. I'm feeling the press of my hip bones on the chair. I'm in a bit of a pause that feels like I'm not breathing right now, which might make me worry, but I'm just waiting for what's next. Curious, starting to feel my inhale through my nose, noticing my hips shifting and my spine changing. And I'm noticing as I sit up more that my chest wants to open and my hands want to open as well. It wants to affect my arms and hands. So what's happening is I'm focusing on my breathing. I could do this with my eyes closed. It helps me feel every sensation. And I'm allowing the spine to move. In continuum movement, we might call this a C curve. It's the curve of the spine. It's how the spine curves, head towards tail. And it also begins to lengthen in a natural stretching way with the breath in a wave-like motion. I'm not telling it to do this. I'm not even creating it. I'm more receiving this movement coming out of my soft exhale, my rest, my settle, my curiosity, noticing without judgment. Wondering what might happen next.